Good picture. Okay, so thicker side over here. So if we're looking at this anterior to posterior, the thicker side is going to be on our right side. So open that up. So on the left side of the heart, we're going to have the bicuspid valve. So we have one, and then behind here, we've got the second valve back here. So we got 1 and 2. So the 2 flaps of the bicuspid valve. We've got the chordae tendineae here, attached to the papillary muscles right there. Right down in between, we've got the thick interventricular septum here, separating the left ventricle from the right ventricle. And coming back this way, I'm actually going to kind of cut up this way a little bit more. I don't want to cut that flap though. Alright, so now on the right side, we have 1, 2, 3 flaps of the tricuspid valve. So again, 1, 2, 3. Chordae tendineae again here, here, and here, all attached to the papillary muscles. And here's a little bit better example of a papillary muscle right there. This one's a little slippery. So we're still in the right ventricle. The valve's there, chordae tendineae there. So blood is going to come in through the atrium, right there. It's going to come down past the tricuspid valve here. Once it gets down and fills up the ventricle contracts. The blood is going to be pushed back against the valves and close the valves like this. That's going to prevent the blood from going backwards into the right atrium. As the ventricle compresses more, that's going to force blood out through the pulmonary trunk right here. Once it pumps it up into the lungs, it'll relax. The blood falls backwards into the pulmonary trunk through here. And let's see. Can't quite see what we're going up there. Do you guys have any scissors out? I'm going to cut down into that pulmonary trunk real quick. And I'm not just doing this to make stuff messy. Go ahead and drop it right there, it's fine. So I'm just going to come in here and cut down through the pulmonary trunk. This is the wall of the pulmonary trunk. I'm doing this so we can see the other valves down through here. Okay, so let's see. We should be able to get that open enough. Yeah. So now, again, the ventricle contracts, closes the AV valves to prevent blood from going backwards, continues to contract, pushing blood up through the pulmonary trunk. When it relaxes, blood's going to fall back toward the ventricle. But these flaps right here, these really thin guys right here, and I just had it. And right there, those are 3 flaps of the pulmonary semilunar valve. So the blood falls back that way, and those things are normally flat against the wall, but when the blood falls backwards, they fill up like this, like 3 little cups. That prevents blood from flowing back into the right ventricle. The blood goes toward the lungs, comes back through the pulmonary veins into the left atrium, flows down the left atrium into the left ventricle, past the bicuspid valves here. The ventricle contracts, initially closing off the bicuspid valve here, preventing blood from going backwards into the left atrium. As it builds up more pressure, the blood then gets pushed up through the aorta through here. That goes out to the rest of the systemic circuit, toward the arms, legs, head, neck. And when that ventricle relaxes, blood starts to fall backwards, and the same system of little cups. So again, inside the aorta, they're closed up like this. When the blood falls backwards, they open up, catching that blood, preventing the blood from moving back down into the ventricle through here. And that process keeps on going. Outside, Again, from the anterior to posterior, we have our pulmonary trunk, and then our aorta through here. And you guys, let's
What's
see.
the oracle? What is those?
Let's see. The auricles are these ears
Okay,
right
just
here.
wanna make sure.
That's just to help increase volume within the atria.
And then right there you have your inferior and superior.
Let's see. We have, so on this one, so we have superior and inferior vena cava. Here, superior, right there, inferior. I will not ask that on the heart, the actual heart. That'll be on a model or on a figure. Okay. So that is it. So here on the outside, what am I touching? What layer?
Pericardium.
Nope.
Pericardium.
Something cardium.
Endocardium.
Nope.
Epicardium.
Huh?
Epicardium.
Epicardium. And then here, the muscle is the,
Myocardium.
okay, and then the inside,
Endo.
endocardium. Right through there. And that is continuous with
The vessels.
the vessel, which specifically part?
Muscle.
Yeah.
Vein.
Well, it's a vessel, so a vein and artery. So just the vein, the vessel wall.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
So the endocardium is continuous with the vessel wall. So it's the same epithelial cells right through here, very slick.
Aorta?
Well, aorta, pulmonary trunk, the pulmonary veins, the superior inferior vena cava, they're all going to be continuous with this endocardium. It's all the same same tissue, same epithelial cells. So that's a good cut. It's not bad. Were you not recording?
Well, for a while, and I think it ended.
Oh,
Son of a-
somebody forward her their film.
Wait.
All right.